Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Josh.
And I'm Kelly.
And we are so excited that you are here at Youth tonight. We believe that God has you here on purpose.
For a purpose, and we're so excited to see what God has in store for you.
That's right. Youth is going to start in 1 minute.
Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to tonight's panel and Poptarts and panel. However you want to say it, we're eating some Poptarts and we're having some good conversation along the way. And man, it's just not right if we don't have Poptarts ourselves with you all, because I know y'all already drove by, you picked up your Poptarts, but hey, if you didn't, make sure you go out after this, get some Poptarts. Are you excited for the Poptarts?
I've been asking for Pop-Tarts for 30 minutes.
Where's
my Pop-Tart?
All right, so we're going to go ahead, and while we do this, Josh, what's your favorite Pop-Tart?
My favorite Pop-Tart is brown sugar cinnamon. I love it. It's so good. So good. Yeah, that
Got a
right
whole
there.
box
I'll
for
eat this
you.
whole box right here.
Kelly, what's your favorite Pop-Tart?
Classic. It's the Pop-Tart Bites in strawberry.
Oh, that's not a
That's
classic.
not classic.
new.
That's
new.
Strawberry Pop-Tarts are
Strawberry
like
Pop-Tarts are classic,
Pop-Tart
but the
flavor.
minis, okay.
The
Well, we
little
got-
minis
they're
are
good.
better than
Some
anything.
s'mores. Aaron, what's your favorite?
I am blueberry.
Blueberry. Any
Blueberry
blueberry fans? out
Blueberry.
there?
Pop-Tarts.
I never
That's
hear
so
that.
You
random.
can really only find them at like a gas station. You know what
Really?
I mean? It's like that random road trip. It's like, what are you
Well, they're in the
grabbing?
stock.
It's like,
I
I'm
got
grabbing
you.
blueberry Pop-Tarts.
Well, we
Definitely.
have s'mores, we have cookies and cream. I don't think y'all are ready for this. We got blueberry. Just for
Oh!
that's right.
Go!
That's right. We got some for us
Yes.
here. So yeah, dig in.
He's eating
Get some.
Put
Yeah.
them right
Just
there.
go grab one, man.
Let us know in the comments, what is your favorite Pop-Tart? Mine, I think mine are the s'mores.
S'mores?
I love the s'mores.
That's up there for me. It's up
Especially,
there.
I don't know though, during the fall time, they have a pumpkin pie Pop-Tart.
Pumpkin pie?
It's good.
I don't know about that.
It's really good. Do you like pumpkin pie?
I do. I just don't eat Pop-Tarts a lot.
Yeah, I mean, all the time, but s'mores, my go-to. That's what I like. Man, the fudge are good too.
Oh, the OG chocolate fudge.
I'm just a big fan of Pop-Tart. I'm a big
Those
fan.
Have you
Those are
had
good.
blueberry?
I think I'm
You-
gonna pass right now.
I ain't about
Never
to.
had blueberry?
No.
Look, he's gonna make you eat
Take it
it.
for a spin, man. Take it for a spin.
Cheers.
Think it.
Oh,
It's actually really good.
Yeah.
they have a blackberry.
Woo.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
it's
good.
like really good.
I
10
like
out of
it.
10 would
I told
recommend the blueberry Pop-Tart. Really good right there. But we're going to jump on in. I know y'all want to know a little bit more about them. We're going to have a panel. We're going to have a lot of fun. So the very first, or technically the second question of the night. It's fall season.
That's right.
What's your all's favorite part of fall? Aaron.
Yeah, you're gonna take it away.
Listen, as soon as the weather drops, get them cool nights, there's two things that automatically comes to my mind. College football
Yeah.
and campfires.
Mm.
Come on.
Mm.
Come on.
Those are my two favorite things. It's looking really different. You know what you cannot shut down COVID? A campfire. So, college football's been a little crazy. Who knows? I think it is happening. What, this Saturday?
It's been happening
kicks
for the
off.
last few weeks.
SEC,
but this
real
week-
football.
SEC.
Real football.
Yeah.
Men's
there we go.
football.
Yeah, it's
SEC
yep.
starts this week.
So go to my father-in-law's back porch. He's got a TV back there. That's the place to be.
So
in the fall.
fires and football.
That's it.
Mm.
That's it.
So good. What about you, Kelly?
So I'm really bad with favorites questions. I love a lot of things about fall. I love the weather. I love sweaters. I love drinking hot coffee when it's cold outside. Love decorating for fall. The only thing I really don't like is pumpkin spice. I'm not a pumpkin spice girl. I just don't like it. I like pumpkin roll. I don't like pumpkin pie. But just don't like pumpkin spice.
That's sad because if the Spice Girls were to add another member, it would be pumpkin spice and it would be me. I'm just saying, but man, I love it. Josh, what about you?
All right, so I actually wrote down a list because there's quite a few things. But the weather, I love this time of year. But college football's on there as well. But pulling from the weather, as you can tell, I love me some flannels. Flannels are my thing. With Kelly right here, hot coffee all the time, and you don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, it's so
And then
good.
I like pumpkin rolls, but there's something different about my mom's pumpkin rolls. I mean, I might have to get her to make some. It's so good.
All right. Next
And
week
then-
we're having pumpkin rolls from Angie. No.
I like it. I like it. So, and then fires is another one, and then this is the best one right here. Get a break from mowing the yard.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, right
Amen.
there. I love it. I love
Amen
it.
to that.
That's so
Yes.
good. Man, I love fall as well. Like, honestly, it's almost like I forget how much I love fall. Like, whenever summer comes around, because it's winter and it's like, oh, I just want warm weather and I enjoy summer. But then it's like fall hits and it's like, I love me some fall. But my number one about fall has to be football. Man, I love football, especially since sports have kind of been gone for a while. It's just like
The
a little bit
anticipation is
more
there.
excitement. I'm ready to go. Kentucky's gonna shock some people. Name it, claim it, right there. But let us know. Let your watch party host know, man, what are some of your favorite things about fall? Y'all know ours. I'm sure y'all have a lot of the similar ones, but I'm just curious, man, what are some things that you do special for fall? I'm gonna throw one in right here that none of us said. That is honestly like second place for me as I've
I
gotten
wonder
older.
if it's because I forgot one, and I
Huh?
wonder if it's gonna be the same.
I'm thinking like pumpkin patches and going to like things like that. I'm a go person though, so I enjoy that. I enjoy corn mazes, pumpkin patches, petting farms, whatever, petting zoos, things like that.
I
Petting
completely
farms.
forgot
That's
about
great.
haunted houses.
Oh,
Haunted houses are my
yeah.
thing. I love them. Kings
Yeah.
Island, Oktoberfest, come on. I'm already
Yeah.
there. I'm waiting at the door.
It's a lot of fun. All right, but now we're gonna jump in. We've had some fun, but now we're gonna jump into some faith questions. I know that this year it's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty wild for all of us with everything that's taken place with COVID and not being in school, and man, it's been wild. Like it really has been. And youth is online now. It's been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I hope you all have enjoyed it as much as we have, though. But during this time, during all the craziness that's going on, what is one thing that God's been teaching you during this time? Josh, what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with patience, because I mean I feel like that's partly in everyone. Because
Yeah.
like you're always wanting to go, you're always wanting to go hang out with friends, especially at the beginning. Like I was wanting to go play ball and all that, and it was like, well, you can't. You gotta wait because nobody knows what's going on yet. And I've been wanting to be in church, be around everyone. It's like, well, we got to figure out a plan.
Yeah.
So you just have to be patient and trust that God's gonna do what He's gonna do.
That's really good. Kelly, what about you?
For me, I feel like it's been such a weird time that I've been saying like a lot of times I just want to grow, but I actually haven't like found ways to grow. So that's something that I've been learning while I've had all this time on my hands from quarantine. Is just ways to actually grow instead of just saying it. So some of the things that I've started doing was I found a Bible study method, and I've just been trying to stick with it, just be consistent with it. And I have a hard time with like praying. I just can't stay focused, or I just don't make time for it. So I found a prayer and gratitude journal, so I can write my prayers down, and I can also write the things I'm thankful for. But the biggest thing is just I know it's important, so I've been trying to stay consistent with it. and actually find ways that I can grow instead of just saying it.
That's
awesome.
really good.
That's so
I found a
awesome.
way to grow during this time, but that's in my weight. I learned how to grow sitting on the couch eating. I agree with that. But no, that's really good. And, man, that's so good. Just taking that time and learning how to grow. I think that so many times, especially like walking through life and on your journey with Jesus, that a lot of times it really is difficult to focus on self-growth and doing it on your own. A lot of times you feed off other people. So that's really, really good. What about you, Aaron?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me has been really just how important community is. And it's one of those things where it's like you probably, we've all taken it for granted, but you go into COVID and they shut down for, at least probably 3 months. Nobody went anywhere. Moms were definitely shutting everything down. We actually just had a newborn baby on March 12th. So March 12th was also the day college football was canceled, or college basketball was canceled. And so from there, we went basically home with a newborn and a toddler to just not seeing anybody for 3 months.
Yeah.
We would maybe see some of my in-laws, maybe my parents, but like friends, church family, we weren't seeing anybody. And that was okay for about a month. Month 2, I was starting to lose it. Just lose a little bit. And you're like, what is happening here? Like, I'm just missing seeing people. You're trying out Zoom. Zoom got old like day 2.
Yeah, oh my
really,
gosh,
it
yes.
did. It was just like, but it just taught me that ultimately being together, being with friends, being with family, man, there's just something just so unique to that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't replace it. You honestly cannot replace it. There are things that we can try that it kind of benefits, but really being in community with somebody, especially other believers, oh my goodness, that's been it's just something special. We were created to be in community, not to be isolated.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it just really showed during this time. So we were able to get into some small groups once we kind of started, things started opening up a little bit. We were like, hey, let's just maybe widen our circle. You know what I mean? We all had our circle, and we just started letting more in. But yeah, community.
Yeah,
sure.
Gotta have
definitely.
It's big time. And I think with all this, especially playing off yours there, Aaron, I think that a lot of times we take those things for granted. We take spending time with family for granted, and our friendships, our relationships, we take it for granted. We take being in church for granted, all these things for granted. And for me, something that God really taught me during this time and is teaching me during this time is just humility, that I'm not in control. So many times we think that we're in control with who we hang out with, when we hang out with them, so on and so forth. And while that's true that we have a choice on who we hang out with and so on and so forth, it's so humbling that, I don't have any control in this. I can't get out. I can't do this. And just knowing, though, that God's always in control. He's in control of your situation, your circumstances right now, whether it's COVID related or not. He's in control. And don't ever lose hope because of that, but really go to him in humility and just say, God, I don't understand it. I don't get it, but I'm going to trust you. And that's really what I've been learning is that, I just really need to humble myself and not let fear get a grip on me, but grow in my faith like you were talking about and truly hand it over to the one who has it all under control. Even whenever we don't see it or don't understand it. So that's something that God's really taught me during this time. So next question, this time we're going to start with you, Kelly. What has been some struggles during this time, during this season of life, and also how have you grown from them?
So somewhere in quarantine, I was studying through the book of James, and it talks a lot about testing and trials and different things like that. And I was going to read 2 verses and then just talk about the things I struggle with. So the first one is James 1:2, and it says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." And then it goes on in verse 12 to say, "God blesses those who patiently endure testing and temptation. Afterward, they will receive the crown of life that God has promised to those who love him." And that's just an encouragement definitely for like the whole past 6 months that we've all been struggling with something. But for me, the things that I've been struggling with, is just being in this time. Like, it's been a weird time. Like, people haven't always been around. And just figuring out what's the purpose of just like being in this weird time. And definitely a big thing was just feeling lonely. And so the things that I've just tried to do to like combat that is really, like I said in the answers to the last question, just being consistent with like having a quiet time with God each day, no matter what that looks like, whether it's listening to worship music or listening to a sermon, taking notes, reading your Bible, reading a book, just finding whatever it is for you that works best, just to grow yourself a little bit more every day. And definitely realize that I'm not as lonely as I think I am. Like, God really is always with us, but a lot of times the enemy will definitely make us feel like we have no one around. But really we do. Like, we have so many people around us who love us and support us. We just have to let them in during that time. And just remember that it is a process. Like, we're on a journey. Like, we're growing throughout this time, no matter what it looks like, whether it's hard for us, whether it's easy, whether it's just a weird time or we feel like we're not getting anything out of anything that we're doing. But that we truly are growing throughout this time has been something for me.
Yeah, that's so good. And I'm just going to play off that a little bit, man. That's some fire. Come on, drop some fire emojis. That was good right there. And just to play off that a little bit, something that I struggle with as well is you hit on it with loneliness. And I believe that that's something that a lot of times that we struggle with. And maybe you're watching this and I know that you may be in a room with a watch party, or maybe your house with your parents, grandparents, no matter what it looks like, but you feel alone. Yet people are there, but you still feel alone. I think that that's something that we struggle with. I think that's something that the enemy wants to plant in our minds, like you talked about, that we're alone. But really what has helped me with this and how I've grown through it is replacing those lies with the truth, replacing those lies with the truth of what God's word says, the promises of his words. And it says that it will set you free. So many times we're bound to a feeling of loneliness. But just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean you are a certain way. But look at who Jesus says you are. Look at what he says about it and let that free you from the grip that the enemy likes to put in your mind. So that's so good. What about you, Aaron?
Oh, man, it's been the dishes. The dishes has been the biggest struggle. COVID. I mean, talking about just getting the wife mad at you. Come on now. I mean, that's been. I don't put them in the dishwasher the right way. All these kids, they know what I'm talking about. Their mom just quit asking them to do it. Piling up in the sink. No, it's so just that's definitely a real struggle. For sure, but I just don't do very good with the dishes at all. But no, with everything going on, I mean, I think sometimes that is one of the struggles. Is like we're in this season, and it's like you're just around a certain group of people the whole time, and it's real easy just to kind of get sick of each other. For lack of a better word, you just kind of want your own space or want to connect your own way. And so that was a real struggle there for a little while. But really, I think for me, I was having a hard time trusting through this situation. In a lot of different cases, I was scared, didn't know what was happening with this disease, didn't know what was going on, trusting that with church that everybody was still going to be okay, and even like our youth was going to be okay, our team members were going to be okay, and really just you felt like there was this burden on you to carry the weight of all these people or carry the weight of multiple things that are happening. But really it was just this idea, Aaron, just trust. Exactly what you said earlier. How do you give this to the Lord? You were not meant to carry this. And really I've been working through that a lot. And what I've learned, I spoke on it a few weeks ago, really it's the small steps that help us build trust. Little things that you can give up. Little things, God, I'm going to give this to you today. I'm going to take this away and I mean, just grew a lot through that. And yes, the dishes have gotten better. And I have figured out the dishwasher a little bit more, but I think she goes behind me and like rearranges it. They know what I'm talking about.
There we go.
100%.
There we go.
All right, what about you, Josh?
It was kind of a little bit what Kelly was talking about. It's just a little bit more of a fancy word, and it's isolation. Really the same thing. I've been around a lot of people. We're doing watch parties. We're doing all these Bible studies. and like it's good there, but I still felt like almost alone to a point. It's like, God, where are you at? Like, why are you using this time? Like, what is going on? And I found out it was because I wasn't doing like personal growth.
Mhm.
Like I was growing in community with other people, but I wasn't doing a personal study for myself.
Yeah.
So I think that's so important. That's kind of like what I've been doing lately is setting aside a time to just read my Bible and pray. Like, cause I get really discouraged because like I pray and it's like, well, you just talk like what
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
but it's like, that's exactly what it is.
Mhm.
It's not like your prayers don't have to be like all these big and bold prayers. It's like, hey, here I am, God.
Yeah.
I'm open. Your servant's here.
Yeah.
Your servant's listening. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do. Whatever you want me to say, I'll say.
So good.
So just really just sitting aside of time.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm here.
Yeah. Let's be honest, man. The struggle is real. It's hard to make it a priority. It really is. And it's really, during this time, it's like, man, you have more time than ever, but doesn't it seem like you have less time for God? It seems like that happens so often. It's like I have more time than ever, but less time for God. And it's because our priorities are out of whack. It's because our priorities are messed up. And for me, I even had to do a very similar thing over this past year of, man, what are my priorities? What does it look like? And it seemed like any time that there was chaos in my life or a situation in my life that I was like, what is going on? It's because my priorities were all messed up. Yeah. And every single, it was like, oh man, maybe that's why. And it takes that of setting that time aside. And I want to encourage you, man, get on a daily routine of your Bible prayer, even if it's just a verse of the day, even if it's just having a conversation with God. That's what prayer is. It's just talking to God. It doesn't have to be fancy, but it's being real with Him, talking to Him. He's your Father, but He's also your friend. And He wants to be there for you and speak to you. That's so good, guys. So good. Then the last question right here. What is one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you could talk to your middle school or high school self? And I'm going to kick off with you.
Which one do you want me to go to, middle school or high school? There's
your call.
Oh man, there's so much there. I think one of the things I always struggled with in high school was I felt like I couldn't. Well, junior year things get weird. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I don't even know middle school. I can't really remember. Middle school was fun. Middle school was like things were popping, things were just happening. You were trying to date some girls, but really you just break up with them pretty quick if you want. You know, it was just a fun time.
Yeah.
You remember like the lunch food in middle school? It's like at West Carter. It was so much better in middle school.
I know.
Food was
it's like it progressively got worse.
Went to Rose Hill in Ashland.
Oh, it was incredible.
We had Giovanni.
We
had. I mean, it was like
can't even. No. Can't even talk through that. You can't even relate. You're out of the conversation when it comes to lunchroom food. Middle school, man, but it was a good time. And I felt like I had some great mentors in middle school that was able to pour into me whenever it was a youth minister or in a youth group, like a youth group. But it was like in high school, there were some things I just wasn't ready for. And I felt like about junior year, some friends, some people I was around just kind of changed.
Yeah.
And I think I changed some too. And I think if I could tell myself anything going back is that one, it's okay. Change happens. Yeah. You grow up, you mature, you have different interests as you continue to grow up. But the one thing I will say is that I wish I would have pursued more of those relationships in high school with some of the friendships. Sometimes it's like, man, I just don't like the path you're going, or maybe I just feel like we aren't connecting anymore, or you get pulled in one direction. Definitely, if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, maybe you're just getting 100% pulled into that relationship. Yeah. And it's like you got to find balance between who's in your circle. We always like to say, you're the sum of your top 5 friends. If that would have been me, it would have been pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie, my top 5 would have been pretty rough. Yeah. But at the same time, I wish I would have been a little bit more of a light into that situation than what I was. Sure. Yeah. Sometimes I think we're so quick to just push those aside that we're like, you're not living the way that I feel like that God has called us to live, and you just can become judgmental and just become harsh with their living. And I really want just some forgiveness in that. I think I could have done more to pursue friendships in high school than what I did. I don't know what it is. I think we're just quick to just push people away. and we're quick to just break some ties and break some relationships. So, and I think maybe if we follow the teachings of Jesus, those were the ones that he really loved the most. And if I could go back, man, I think I would have changed a whole lot there. For sure.
That's so good. And you're talking about your friendships there and how we want to jump to judging. Man, it's so good that a lot of times we want to judge like God, but we don't want to love like God. And reality is, man, we're called to love people and be that light to them, even in dark places, even in dark times, to be a light to them. That's so important. And
it's not about, like, you don't put yourself in a situation that's uncomfortable or that's wrong, or know when you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. But it is about, like you said, you can still talk to them. You can still build a relationship with them and seek them. That doesn't mean you have to follow them. Yeah,
it's one of those things where you can have a friend that you talk to, but you don't have to spend the night with them. It's like, man, I'll talk to them, but I probably should be staying there.
What you need to do, instead of going to their house, you just need to invite them over to your watch party, and then it's like,
boom.
It's a win-win, right?
Hey, that's for someone right there. Pick up your phone, text them right now, invite them for next week.
Kelly, I'm going on a tangent here. I'm sorry, Kelly.
I'm
on a tangent here. But that's the other thing. If I would have had a watch party, there was a lot of times where I think somebody wouldn't have came to youth group with me, but somebody would have come over to my home.
That's so good.
And I don't think I ever realized that. All I had to do was just invite people over, could open God's word, have some fun. I think it's really special what's happening.
For sure. What about you, Kelly?
For me, this isn't necessarily something that I would tell my middle or high school self, but something that I would tell a middle or high schooler now is I used to always say, like, you know, don't worry about what happens in high school. Like, it doesn't matter. Just go on, wait till you get to college. Like, it's a way better time. But it actually does matter what you do in middle and high school. Like, that does matter. Who you hang out with, the things that you put your time to. Just the things that you do after school, the things that you do that no one knows about, like that's the stuff that matters to your years after middle and high school. So that's just something to, like, keep in mind. And also something that I would tell myself would just be to be serious about your faith. Like if you're even remotely involved in youth or anywhere you are with your relationship with Jesus, just get serious with it, because you're going to look back and wish that you had done a lot more than you did in that time that you could have done, but you were just worrying about other things.
Yep. Exactly. What about you, Josh?
Mine would be real and don't live for others, because still today I struggle with it a little bit because I have such a big heart, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time. Yeah. Like, you want to help others, but it can also hurt you in the same time. Like, people pleasing is that's where I'm really getting at. Is be who you are on the ball team, who you are at church. Yeah. Because I can tell you right now, I was not the same person. Yeah. My language was different, and just how I acted, how I treated others was different. So I want to encourage you. Maybe some of you are struggling with that. Be real. Be one person. Don't be two-faced. Be who God called you to be, and be confident in that.
That's right. That's so good. Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us, Panel and Poptarts. We love you all. Can't wait to see what God does in and through you. Thank you all so much for joining us with our panel tonight. Man, we had an absolute blast with you. But right now, we're going to go into a time of prayer. But before we even jump into a time of prayer, I want to give you the opportunity to accept Jesus into your life tonight as the Lord and Savior of your life. See, we talked about a lot of things tonight. We talked about a lot of emotions, feeling alone, feeling afraid, being worried, and a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of things that are going on around us that we don't understand, we don't get. We feel lost. But hopefully tonight, God has spoke to you through our panel, and He has spoke to you how much He loves you and how He wants to be there for you. And He wants you to know that, hey, you're not alone in this. You're not alone. His word says that He will never leave you, He will never forsake you. You're not alone. He wants you to know that you are loved. He loves you so much that He came to this earth and died for you. He died for a sinner like you and like me. And He rose again on the third day, defeating death and its sting. So maybe you're in a difficult time right now. You don't see how there can be a way. But tonight, I want to encourage you to accept the way. And the way is Jesus. He came and he made a way whenever it seemed like there was no way. He made a way for you and for me. He made a way. And he wants to make a way for you tonight. Even in the situations that may seem impossible, God is a God of doing impossible things. He's a God that makes the impossible possible. Like I said, I'm going to give you an opportunity, just as we go into our prayer time, to say this prayer with me. You can say it out loud. You can say it silently in your head. I'm going to invite you to pray this with me if you've never given your life to Jesus. And tonight, you want to accept him as Lord and Savior of your life, that you recognize that, God, I can't do this on my own. I've been trying, but God, I'm struggling. I can't do it. He's there for you. And if that's you, I want to encourage you to say this prayer with me. Say, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my sin. I'm sorry for all my shame and my past and all I've done. God, I can't do this on my own anymore. Jesus, I believe that you came. I believe that you died. And Jesus, I believe that you rose again. And tonight is the best way I know how. Jesus, I declare you as Lord of my life, and I'm going to follow you every step of the way. And if that's you, I believe that the Bible teaches that you are saved. I want you to know that I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. And if that's you, we want to know. We want to celebrate with you. Just text SAVE to the number on the screen. We want to celebrate with you. We have some resources for you. But also, if you're in a watch party, tell your watch party host. And we don't want to embarrass you. We want to celebrate with you. God just changed your life forever. We are so proud of you. But right now, we're going to go into our prayer time. I want to encourage you, if you're in a watch party, and a watch party host gets together, share some prayer requests. Just have a moment with God and just talk to him. Or maybe you're at your house, you're alone, or you're in your car, you're alone. I want you to just take a moment. Just pray to God. Have a conversation with him. Maybe write it down in a prayer journal. Maybe take notes in your phone what your prayer is. Just talk to God. And let's just take a few moments and go into prayer.
So what a great prayer time we just had. And if you have a prayer request throughout the week, you can text PRAY with your request to the number on the screen, and we'll be praying for you.
That is right. Maybe some of you are with your watch parties right now, but maybe you want to host a watch party. Make sure you text watch party to the number on the screen, and we would love to get you connected with that.
That's right. And we love worshiping with you on Wednesdays, but we also have something throughout the week, and that's our Spotify playlist. So you can scan the code on the screen or look us up to listen to that.
That is right. And we had a special week this week, so we're like, let's do it 2 weeks in a row. Next week, we're having a game time.
Get excited.
That's right. We're going to play games in your watch party. But that's not it. We still have something left for tonight, and that is game time. You all know what time it is. It's game time. We'll see you all here next week.
Unbelievable. Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome to this week's Game Time. So, today, we're bringing in a couple of dads. That's right, a couple of dads to throw in some dad jokes. But this is how the game is going to work. So, they're going to share some dad jokes. If they laugh, they get a point. In this game, you don't want points. Just like in golf, you don't want a high score. Just like this, you don't want a high score. So if they laugh, they get a point. Now they can smile, they can smirk, but no laughing around. But here we go, no messing around. We're jumping in.
What's up, guys? My name is Aaron, and I am a dad.
My name is Noah, and I'm also a dad.
We love dad jokes, and here is why.
Yeah, I got a why for you. Why didn't 4 ask out 5?
I don't know.
He was 2 squared.
That's not bad. That's not
It's a
bad.
good start.
That's a pretty good start. All right. So basically, can't laugh. Who's got the best dad jokes? I've got 2 kids. I've got a 6-month-old, and one's about to be a 3-month-old. So
You got your hands full.
I feel like I've been dad a little bit longer.
Yeah.
How old are
Yep.
your kids?
I got a 2-year-old, 2 years, 4 months,
Okay.
and a baby girl on the way. Halfway there. So I'm almost on the 2-child train. Pray for me.
I will.
Pray for each other.
I will.
We're in this
All
together.
right. No laughing. That's it.
Okay, let's
Laugh
get it.
points matter, but I think I got some good ones here.
All right, kick us off.
And if I laugh, right? If I laugh, that's a point against me, right? Yeah. All right. That's going to be tough. All right. Here we go. All right. What's Forrest Gump's password?
I don't know.
1 Forrest 1.
Not bad, not bad.
That was pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Nothing though. All right.
Hey,
I got
all right.
you.
Hey, 2 women were sharing the same ID card. Sharon is Karen.
Okay. Is that like 2 people?
Yeah,
Like Sharon and Karen. Okay.
Wordplay.
That's
I
not
love
too bad.
hip hop. I guess Aaron doesn't.
all right. Here we go. Here we go. Why do you never see elephants hiding in trees?
Too big.
Because they're so good at it. I really like that one. I thought that one was good. I thought that one was
Hey,
good.
hey, the people like it. That's all that
Hey,
matters.
there's some laughs in
That's
the
all that
laughs in
matters.
the room. All right.
Hey, what did Yoda say when he saw himself in 4K? HDMI.
Okay. That was
That was my favorite. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I got him. That's a
got
point
it.
for me, right?
That's definitely a point. All right. Noah, you're a big coffee fan.
Yeah, love
So
coffee.
this one's for you.
Not Folgers.
Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged.
That was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. I don't know if he gets a point there, but that was really
That
good.
was pretty good. All right. All right. I'm ready.
I like that. I like that. What's better than a dad bod? Everybody loves a good dad bod, right?
Yeah. What? Define dad bod.
That's not the issue here.
I'm sorry. Yeah. It's okay.
A father figure.
Oh. Okay. That's not bad.
He likes
Not
it.
bad.
He
Yeah, I
likes
liked it, but it's not.
All right, keep it coming.
All right. What does a zombie vegetarian eat? Grains.
That was some good delivery. I like the delivery.
Yeah.
I'll let them judge if I laugh too much.
Yeah. All right.
I've got this awful disease where I can't stop telling airport jokes. My doctor says it's terminal.
That was good. That was good delivery too. I like that. Yeah.
Try to get into it.
Okay. Okay. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I mean, you want to say 8, but
Tentacles. It's close. 10 tickles.
I promise you're doing better than my laughs showing off.
Okay.
Like I wanna encourage you, but I don't want to lose.
Yeah. No. I think I'm losing. I think I'm laughing. But
Hey, did you know Teslas don't have that new car smell? Isn't that crazy? They have more of an Elon Musk.
it's not bad. It's not bad.
Smells good.
Elon?
Yeah, smells like success.
Oh, okay. I got a couple here. I got one I didn't highlight
Okay.
that I think is still pretty good. What does an angry pepper do? It's jalapeno face.
Did his facial expression come across good? Because that was amazing.
Yes. What's the score? Close.
Did I laugh 3 times? I've laughed twice. Ooh, so I could smile but can't open my mouth, I
Okay.
guess. Okay. All right, are we on the last one? Okay. All right, here we go. Did you hear about the guy in prison with a stutter? A stutter.
No.
The problem is, he'll never finish his sentence. You gotta hate it for the guy.
That was pretty good. All right.
Do I have a future in this, or is this?
I think no.
Okay. Shoot me now.
All right. Why didn't the vampire attack Taylor Swift?
It's gonna be a good one.
She had bad blood.
Mm.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Steal it.
Yeah, you
Am I allowed
stole
to do
it.
that? Is that a
Yeah,
point
you
for
can
me?
steal it, man. That's should be like a negative point for me. So sad.
Bad blood.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all right.
Brought my best.
I got one more for you.
Okay.
I'll see if we can end it
Chance to
here.
tie?
I thought this one was good. I think I can get him here. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot.
Carrot.
Nothing.
He ended with carrot.
I ended it with carrot.
No.
I don't know if that was the right move or wrong move. Josh should be able to tally that up. I'm pretty sure I lost, but
He gave it a go. He gave it a try.
hey, man, it's just fun.
We're
being-
friends now.
fun
I don't
being a
like
dad.
competing against you, Aaron.
I think my jokes still have are still pretty good.
Hey.
And
The goal is to annoy our kids one day. That's all that matters.
yes,
Good go.
great job, man.
Next time,
Dad
rap battle.
jokes with this guy Aaron, that guy Noah. I think I'm the loser. I think. And
Hey, what do I win? A dad
Will
trophy?
Unfortunate. That's what he wins.
Oh, no.
I'm just
Yes. Yeah, I like that.
Yep. Nope.
Sucks to be you.
We'll have to go and replay it all.